Code 45 here again. I'm going to be doing a review of my Glock 22 RTF. Here it is. I have it in a Black Hawk Serpa holster. We're going to check if the weapon is unloaded. Drop the magazine. Pull the slide back and lock it back. Visually look. Weapon is unloaded. Glock 22 RTF came out this year. Glock's latest release, well, that and the 17 RTF that came out too, but the Generation 4, the major changes to the Generation 4 from the Generation 3 is one, scalp serrations, which I'm not a big fan of. I kind of wish they would have left the regular serrations on there, but I mean it's something different for the pistol. That, and they added 1,000 of these polygrid texture bumps from here, the thumb areas down to about here. They're on the back part of the weapon, on the front part of the weapon. They really do grip really nice. I haven't had any slippage problems with the weapon at all. Glocks always are real slippery in general. My Bowie tacticaled one of my Glock 19s, and I used to have a Glock 22 a long time ago and ended up getting rid of it. And this is the reason I got this one, because I always wanted to get another one, and this never did until the RTF came out. They come with standard, 15 round magazines, standard plastic sights. There's not really anything extraordinarily different for the weapon except from the serrations and the polygrid stippling. That's about it. Actually, hold on, there is another, that all the new ones have the smooth trigger guard, or trigger. They don't have the rough Glock triggers that came on a couple of the models. My Glock 19 has that, and I don't mind it. I mean, it's just the newer ones have a smoother texture. I think all of them will. I know mine does, and the other ones I've seen have had the same thing. The gun, comes in at I think about 23 ounces in weight. It's really not a heavy gun. It's a little big to carry during the summertime, because it's a big gun, but it doesn't weigh a whole lot. Just the overall length and the height of the weapon. The width is really not that big of a factor with me, and I never really thought Glocks were that chunky anyways. It fits in my hand real well. The barrel is now fully supported as well. I actually have a different barrel in her, and I have a Lone Wolf stainless steel barrel, as you can see. I just got it because one of my buddies at the gun shop, and some guy came and said, hey man, I want to get rid of this Glock, or this Lone Wolf barrel. He was like, man, Glock shoots so good, I don't even know what the hell I got in the first place. And they're made because of if anybody shoots lead through their guns, you can't shoot lead through a Glock barrel. So Lone Wolf made a conventional rifling barrel so you can shoot lead out of it. The octagonal, you cannot, because it's harder to clean, two, it will tear the bore. So they made the conventional rifling barrel, and I think this barrel runs about $120. And the guy who had it, I looked at it, he still has a box for it and everything, and it looked like the guy put it in there, maybe shot a clip through it, and That thing was spotless. I mean, they just had a tiny bit of wear on it. That's about it. I mean, it was so invisible that you wouldn't be able to know unless you took a magnifying glass to it, which I did. And I'm just real picky about stuff like that. But the yeah, for 50 bucks, I mean, I just couldn't pass it up. It gives a good look to the gun. Supposedly, they're supposed to be a little more accurate because the chambering of the barrel is tighter. So it could also mean that it probably won't feed everything that a Glock barrel will feed. I know on like Super Match 1911s or something like that, the bore gets tighter and tighter because, or the chamber gets tighter because to improve the accuracy. Now the Glocks, the reason they feed everything is because they're a loose bore. They still have great accuracy with the Glocks. So I mean, they're supposedly average 2 inches at 25 yards. It's dependent on the shooter, but I've done a couple, things to this gun other than the changing out the stock barrel, putting the lone wolf dropping barrel in. Polish the pins on the side of the weapon. Also polish the slide release, the extended thumb release on there, just because it's easier to engage if you're doing a lot of tactical reloads, which I do. Usually when I train, I don't just go out there and just shoot ammo at stupid retarded stuff, unless it's 22. I mean, I usually just shoot whatever's out there. Got a couple of car hoods and cans, bottles, targets, all that stuff on that piece of land I have. And 22s are so cheap to shoot. It's fun to shoot. Something that costs us much more to buy is something you want to train with, not just go out and waste it. When I mean waste, I mean just shooting at nothing that's going to give you anything in return as far as rewarding, saying, alright, you drew from the hip, did a boom boom, like type fire like that. Don't just go out there and keep loading up in 1 minute I just burnt 50 rounds. I usually do a whole lot of putting it in the holster, drawing, boom boom, or doing a defensive situation, doing the same thing, boom boom, like that. Shooting at an A stance, things like that to better myself in a defensive situation or competition shooting. One of the best things in practice is that you block the person with your hand, pull the weapon out, keep the weapon close into your body, because if you bring the weapon out farther, they have a better chance of snatching your gun from you. So always keep your gun in close, so when you draw, boom boom, like that, drops your bad guy, then you go out. But never fully extend your arms out here because you have no locking motion. Your arms are just out like that, staying close. It's hard for that guy or that person to get your weapon from you, and you can fight off somebody and get a quicker shot off. A lot of people say when you draw from cover or draw from your holster, don't always extend all the way out, and that is one thing that I would say is probably correct in that sort of way. But I love the Glock 22 RTF, wouldn't change it. Pistol breaks down real quick. Just like that. That's what the barrel looks like. Go back in. If you guys have any questions, I'm running out of time here. Get back on the gun. Function test. Give me some comments if you guys want to know anything about it. Any questions about any Glocks, feel free. I'm a Glock nut, so I know everything about them pretty much. I can take the whole gun apart. Thank you.